minimum that you need to start transatlantic service is a Boeing 747. Okay? It's a couple of.
Go live, go live. Come on. There you go. Live, 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 live. Give me a second. I'm still getting warmed up. Still getting warmed up. Come on. There we go. 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 And down here, what do we have down here? Close that out of the way. All right. OBS is already running. Okay, give me a second, guys. Hey, man, where do you recommend I learn fundamental analysis from the most? I'm going to recommend, wait a second, sit tight, Yahoo Finance. And what fundamentals are you looking for specifically? Are you looking for companies that are consistently profitable? Are you looking for companies that have the highest increase in stock prices? What are you looking for specifically? You ask a better question, you're going to get a better answer. You ask a plain question, you're going to get a plain answer. So it's exactly what you're getting. All right, let's do this camera right here. And there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. All right, let's see who is on anyway. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, cancel. And that's running, that's running. I'm not sure. I'm newer to stocks, and I just want to learn how to research stocks and what to look for. You know, you should start the question backwards. First, figure out what it is you're planning on getting from this. There's a lot of information that people just gloss over, so to speak. All right, number one, how old are you? What are your risk factors? How much money do you have to play with? What kind of time frame are you looking to get started? How much time are you willing to commit to on a weekly basis or daily basis? Then figure out, what do you want? Okay, if you got 10, 20, 30 years to go for your retirement, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And don't just give me that, oh, I want everything. No, it doesn't work that way. Start with the necessities in life. Okay, now necessities in life, food, shelter, clothing. Those are the only necessities as a human. Anything else is over and above. My Macy's dropped today, downtown right options. Dave, sit tight. I'm going to get to Macy's today. I was looking at Macy's. I was going to buy some also. So anyway, Kaya, hopefully that makes sense. But if you want, DM me your phone number, okay, top left-hand corner, send me your phone number. I personally will give you a call. We can chat what you're looking for, what you're willing to put into it. Hey, Dr. Dev, what you're willing to look into it, not just money, but time and effort. Because this is something, if you really want to be successful financially, you have to commit time to it. And time is the only thing that you are limited on. Money comes and goes. Okay, your attention comes and goes. But time, you are on a time clock. Okay, tick tock, that damn clock just ain't gonna stop. However you want to look at it. Okay, money comes and goes, people come and go, situations come and go. This too shall pass. Everything shall pass until your time to meet Peter is up. And it's going to come for everyone. So ask that question, but ask it backwards. What do you want out of this endeavor? Before I get started on that, hey everybody, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk. I'm here every night. Not every night, sorry about that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Excuse me if I want to take Friday night and Saturday night off. Okay, I'd like to have some time to myself. So every night, except for Friday night and Saturday night, I'm here. I'll answer your questions. Okay, thank you. I'll DM you. Yeah, send me a number and listen closely. There are a whole bunch of people out there pretending to be me. So if you think you're getting an email, a text, a Snapchat, a WhatsApp, any Telegram, any of that from me, no, I don't do that. You want to have a conversation? I promise. You can ask anybody in the chat. Does he try to sell anything when he gets you on the phone? No, I don't. I'm here to share information. Okay, my children and my grandchildren are going to be watching these videos when I am long gone. So no, I like to be a man of my word. When I say I'm not trying to sell you anything, I'm not trying to sell you anything. We're all adults. We know how it works. Yeah, I've written 15 books. So what? Yeah, I have a paid service which you can join and watch everything that I do. So what? You're here. This is free. Ask whatever you have. You want to get started? Great. What's the best way to start? Well, you need to take into consideration. Yeah, grateful I can hear you call me. Yeah. You have to take into consideration time, effort, risk factors. That's a big one because some people have more risk factors than others. The older you get, the less risk you want to take. Now, I'm going to back up all these because I want to start saying hi to people who got here. Dev, I see you right there. Ben, I see that. Hold on. Let's see who's here. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Let's start from the beginning. It's the best place to start. Jay Cruz. JC, how you doing? Joe, Jay Jr., Lefendry, Art8, Miss Elliott, Hot Wheels Mike. Oh, Mike, I had a lot of Hot Wheels when I was growing up. Scott Jackson, Mike, Donald, Jeffrey, super fun. Raj, okay, super fun. Drop me your number because we're having a party next weekend and we need to have some super fun. Yay! All right. Real Jake Crave, Sandy, Matthew, Aaron, Ruben, Eamon, Tony wants to take a look at Clark. Tony, we'll look at that in a second. Give me a minute. Hamza, Steve, Jesus, que pasa, Jesus? Life Lesson 101, Jan Jose, good evening. Bill Griggs, ISO, McLovin's in the house. Who do you have there? Up, down, how's it going? Up, down, dude, seriously, brother, you got to send me a number. I really want to call and chat with you. I got some stuff specifically for you for all the favors you're doing me. Seriously, DM me your number. I work in a certain industry. Tomorrow, NVIDIA will crash to 13. I honestly could care less. I don't like NVIDIA. Okay, it's $185 and it pays a 1 penny dividend. You sent it to me, dude, you got to send it to me again. Somewhere there, you got to send it to me until I actually get it and I can read, I can call you back. Who else do we have? Dev, I saw you there. Mike, Brian, Caillou, D, Next Level Livy, what's happening? Dr. Dev, Jim Co, User 71, User 72, Andrew, Worth, Barry. Oh, I missed that one. Back up. Grateful, yep, I talked to Grateful. Pebbles! Laurie, good evening. Is your grandson using dividend capturing? My grandson is short attention span, okay? But my grandson, we are going to have his own channel. It's going to be about like once a week. Now, after all, he's only 5. But here's the thing. He's so much fun when he gets on camera. He does the weirdest stuff when I'm not looking. The funny thing is, when I turn around, he does weird stuff that only you guys can see. And someone else told me about it. I had no clue he was doing that. Brambo, Vincent Lefevre, Stephen, Thomas, Brian Goodry, Bambo, you don't buy NVIDIA stock for dividend genius. Thank you. I'm well aware of that. You know what, Brambo? I don't buy I don't buy Nvidia, not just because it doesn't have the dividend, because I actually know the value of the company. Okay, you take a look at the value of the company. How much revenue do they have coming in for each share they have outstanding? What is their book value? What is their now? I don't know. I don't do. It's a numbers game. I won't. It won't let me send you another message on TikTok. I have no idea why is that. Okay, up, down. I got 2 TikToks. You can go to either one of them. Okay, Dividend Stock Talk right here in front of me, and the 10-minute trader right over there. Good evening, Jason. Jay, Eric, James, Van Hooser. That's a cool name. Okay, who do we have over here? Uh-oh, having issues. Start video. Having issues. Grateful. I want to start so badly, but my job is so demanding, I don't have time in the mornings. Dude, you don't need time in the mornings. I had a job at one point in time. I had to do all my trading at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I bought my stocks. I sold my options before the market opened. Once the market opened, they automatically filled. Okay, MLPI, new ETF for oil and gas, 15 to 16% dividends. Now, when you say new, are you talking new? Because I only like things that have 2 decades of profits. MLPI, let's take a look at that. MLPI has no options, dude. No, thank you. Sorry, John. It may work for you, and you know what? Awesome, great. It doesn't have it doesn't have any options, so I'm not even going to be interested in it. Okay. Now, John, when I'm looking for weekly cash flow, I have 2 options and only 2. One is to use weekly options because they trade on a weekly basis. Or 2, sit in front of the computer and look at this crap all day long. I have no desire to do that whatsoever. I did that in my younger days. No, thank you. 6, 10, 8 hours sitting in front of a computer just to make a few $1,000. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I'd rather hang out with my 5-year-old grandson. Change of temperatures. I hate it. I hate it. Change in the weather. All right. Neza, how are you doing? Sophie, good evening, Sophie. Was that Ravseek, David, Cassius, new Neos fund. Yeah, sorry, John. I don't do new funds. Okay, I'm 62. Actually turned 62 yesterday. So I get my first Social Security check next month. So I'm retired. So I'm only looking for companies that are consistently profitable and have historical performance. I've been absent for a bit, but my paper count is up 9,500 in 3 months. SB19, I remember you. Hey, you DM my number on this channel. Awesome. Okay, up, down, I will check. Do you want me to call you tonight after the show, or do you want me to do it tomorrow? Let me know. All right. Dave wants to take a look at Macy's. Now, Dave, I do have some Macy's. Donald, we'll take a look at Cisco. Wait a minute, Donald. Cisco, SYY or CSCO? Will Apple continue down tomorrow? Penny, that's the wrong question. That's not what I'm looking for. Penny, what I'm looking for specifically, simple, safe, predictable, consistent profits. Okay, Donald, we'll take a look at that. All right, hold on. We're gonna pause this for a second. All right, we're gonna pause this one for a second because I want to take a look at Cisco. Dave, we're gonna take a look at Macy's right at this moment. You ready? Macy's. We all know who Macy's is, right? Is there a specific ticker that trades WTI? What the heck is WTI? Wheat King. Sit tight for a second, Wheat King. All right? Just sit tight. We're going to go take a look at Macy's first. Now, Macy's is over 100 years old. We all know who they are. All right. Now, anytime I look at a stock, for those of you new here, all right, for those of you that are new here, I'm looking for 5 things. Every time I look at a chart, any stock, I really don't care who it is. Any stock. First one, 1-year chart. I want to see the whole year. What has the stock done this year? 5 things I'm looking for. It takes me 3 to 4 seconds. Ready? Here we go. 5 of them. 1, the high. 2, the low. 3, where was it a year ago? 4, where is it today? 5, where is it going? That's it. Did you see that? 3 to 4 seconds. Pretty easy, right? Next thing I want to do is the numbers. So I got 5 rules, and we're going to take a look at that in 1 second, but let me take a look there. Okay? Currently it's at 21.30. The closest strike price is going to be the 21.50 right here, and it's paying 31. So that is over 1%. If, and only if, you like Macy's. So before we decide whether we like it or not, let's see what the what the chart is telling us. Because every picture tells a story. Rod Stewart, 1970. I don't remember the exact year. Does anybody know? Anybody know the exact same year? Every picture tells a story. Rod Stewart? No? Anyone? Okay. All right, so we started out a year ago, 13. We dropped down to 10, shoot up to 24.5. Now we're down at 21. The interesting thing about stocks, they only do 2 things. They go up and they go down. And then they go up and then they go down. Guess what they do next? They go up and then they go down. That's it. You like a stock. Find a set of stocks that you like. The stocks that I like, got a pen? Hope you got a pen. You're going to need a pen. Grab a pen. Pink pen, blue pen, green pen, don't care. Dividend Kings. 5 decades. That's 50 years. 5 decades of consistent profitability. List number 2. Dividend Aristocrats. 25 years. Consistent profitability. List number 3. Dividend Champions. 25 years of consistent profitability. Yeah, I just said it a little while ago, but the Aristocrats and the Champions, there's a little bit of rules between the two. List number 4. Dividend Contenders. 10 to 24 years of consistent profits. And just for the fun of it, list number 5. Anything that Warren's trading. If it's on Warren's list, I want to take a look at it. So, for those 5 lists, there's over 300 companies. 300 that have been consistently profitable for at least 2 decades. Okay? Now, Monday, we checked. There was 10,800 and change companies. 10,800 different companies that we can invest in. I'm only looking at 300. And the reason why I'm only looking at 300, I don't care how new they are, how promising they are, only about 300 fit the list. Okay, you can go to any store you want, Neiman Marcus, Macy's, Sears, wherever you go shopping. The outfit might look good, the shoes might look great, the hat may look awesome. If it don't fit, it just don't fit. It's just that simple. Don't fit, don't fit. All right, so let's take a look at Macy's. What are we doing? Bottom, jumps up, now comes back. What's going on right now? Well, let's take a gander at what's going on right now. I need my standing pad. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Nice on the feet. Okay, so let's zoom into the last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. The last 3 months. Same thing. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down. What's going on? It looked good yesterday because he had the bottom here. Now she's shooting up. But what happened today? Well, whatever happened today with Macy's is what happened today with almost everybody. A lot of companies were down today. But here's the funny thing about the stock market. It goes up, and then it goes down. Then it goes up, and then it goes down. Just find a good company that you like. Find a bunch of companies that you like. What I do, you don't have to do this if you don't want, but this is what I do. I like to have all the odds and probabilities in my favor. Basically, what does that mean? If there's a way for me to have some kind of information that is beneficial to my trading, allowing me to be more profitable, more successful, that's what I want. So there's several reasons why I do dividend stocks. And the main reason is they're predictable. Predictable. They do the same thing over and over and over again. Also, the companies that I like are consistent. They pay a dividend every 90 days. So can you imagine a company that has paid a dividend every year, every 90 days, and every year that number gets higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And the only way you can stay on the Dividend Kings list, the Aristocrats list, the Champions list, the Contenders list, is to continue to increase your profits. Those are the only companies I want. I'm an old man. I'm 62. I'm retired. Okay, I've been retired. This is my 3rd year. Okay, I'm still not quite used to it. I still feel a little guilty sleeping late sometimes. Sometimes. But I'm getting used to it. But here's the thing. It's your money. Your money. You need to find the best way to invest your money for you. Okay? If it makes sense, great. If it don't make sense, don't do it. So let me just back up for a second. Okay? Now, my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008 said one day, actually it was an evening. It was in the evening, okay? So she says, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? That's what my 9-year-old said. Not, Daddy, can you buy me a new dress? Daddy, can we go get some ice cream? No, nothing like that. Daddy, can you teach me? Now, most adults don't understand how the stock market works, and most adults aren't very good at it. So, how am I supposed to teach a 9-year-old? So after a little bit of thinking, simple, she's only 9. Safe, she's only 9. Predictable, I want her to keep making money. I don't want her to get distracted. What's the word am I looking for? Not lose interest, not distracted, disheartened. That's a good one. I don't want to be disheartened. Simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. I want her to be consistently making money. And then rule number 5, criteria number 5, no way for her to lose. So that's the 5 criteria. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So I had to come up with 5 rules just to keep her on track. Because as a young child, or young adult, an adolescent, whatever you want to call her at 9 years old, you need to have some kind of rules. So here they are. You ready? You can write them down if you want, but they are so simple, you'll say to yourself, really? Okay, rule number 1. If you don't understand it, if you don't know who they are, if you don't know what they do, don't buy it. It's pretty simple. You don't understand it, don't buy it. Rule number 2, this one's even easier. Never sell at a loss. See, people always think, and they always say, what happens to stocks always go down. What happens when I lose money? No. You don't lose money until, I want you to listen closely to this, because a lot of people just don't get it. You do not lose money ever until you consciously agree to sell for less than when you paid for it. If you buy it for $100 and you sell it for less, that's your own damn fault. Never, ever, ever sell for less when you paid for it. That's it. Rule 3, make sure, now this is a really dumb one. I mean, it is so dumb, it's unbelievable. Rule 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Now, doesn't that sound stupid? It does. Okay then, why is there only 300 companies on my list? Rule 4, weekly options only. Remember, I'm retired. I want weekly cash flow. My bills come due every single week. Every week I'm getting a bill for something. So I want my money working. So every week I'm making something off of every single position that I have. Rule 5, make sure all the numbers work. So let's get back to this behind me. Now, when I say make a list of companies you like, it's not that difficult. It's a little time consuming, but it's not difficult. Okay? Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, blah, 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 blah. Then you take, all right, I'm going to tell you what I do. You can decide to do it if you want. It's totally up to you. But as I explain it, you'll say, oh, that makes sense. Why not do the same? Well, I've been doing it long enough. I created a lot of stuff that I give to you for free for you to figure out how to do what I'm doing. Come up with a list. Kings, aristocrats, champions, contenders, Buffett, all that kind of stuff. That being said, you take that list and you throw it into the calendar. Why? Remember I told you consistent and predictable? Each company pays a dividend every 90 days. That's every quarter. First quarter, January, February, March. Second quarter, April, May, June. Third quarter, July, August, September. Fourth quarter, October, November, December. They're all the exact same. They all have 13 weeks. Okay? The very first, right here, the first day of the first week of the first quarter, the first day of the first week of each quarter, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, guess what? American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Cisco, NTAP, Cardinal Health. Very first day of every single quarter. These 6 companies pay a dividend. Actually, a lot more, but those are the 6 that I like. That's the first week of every single quarter. Guess what? In 90 days, these exact 6 companies will pay a dividend again. And then 90 days after that, these six companies will pay a dividend again. They do it 4 times a year, every 90 days. So every 90 days or every 13 weeks. Every 13 weeks, it's like a list. You got a grocery list. And the list, you go from 1 down to 13, and guess what? You go back to 1 to 13, and guess what? You go back to 1. It's repetitive. It's boring. It's freaking hell. It's monotonous. It's the same thing over and over and over again. But here's the funny thing about over and over and over again. Over and over and over again, it's consistent, it's predictable, and it's profitable. Now, I'm not looking to make a huge amount of money. I'm not looking for earth-shattering profits. 1% per week. That's it. That's it, just 1%. And the funny thing about it is the strategy created for my 9-year-old was 10 minutes. That's it. How do you keep the attention of a 10-year-old? Well, you got to make it easy. Simple, safe, predictable. Okay, anyway, so sticking into the calendar, these repeat themselves every 90 days. So let's get back to Macy's and see what's going on with Macy's. Last 90 days, here we go. The last 30 would be the 20th, right there. Okay, this is the last 30 days. Okay, dropped, retraced. See, here's your profit taking. It bounced. Okay, back up again. Profit taking again. And look, it bounced, but today messed everything up. We were kind of hoping to jump into Macy's today, but it just kind of went the wrong way. This camera keeps turning off. All right. Okay, so here's the thing. Down, up. Today it went down, so it kind of kicked it off the list. So now we have to wait for a new bottom. Could it be today? It could be. But I like 2 days to the upside, which was Thursday and Friday. And on the third day, I would jump in. Now, I would have jumped in today, but surprise, surprise, it just didn't work. Sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. I still own my Macy's. All right, next. What do we have next? Donald, oh, wait a minute. Donald wanted to look at Cisco. Okay, Pete, how can you start? Pete, the easiest way to start, probably get a piece of paper. Just grab a piece of paper and a pencil and figure out a few facts. I love facts. Facts are great because you can't argue with them. Okay? So, Pete, things you cannot argue with. How old you are. You can't argue with that. Then you got to decide when you're going to retire. If you want to retire at 65, great. How much time between how old you are and how much time until you are 65? Great. How many years is that? You want to do even further? How many weeks? Because if you're jumping in on this, it's weeks, not months, not years, because you're going to change your whole line of thinking, Pete. Instead of investing for annual returns, you're going to start investing for weekly returns. Weekly, every 7 days. Okay? Then figure out what is your needs. Food, shelter, clothing. That's it. No phone, no card, no vacation to the Hamptons, no. Food, shelter, clothing. Once you figure out those three, how much is it? We're the only species on the planet that's got to pay to live here. Figure out that. That's the number you need to reach to get that burden lifted off your shoulder. And trust me, when you get that burden lifted off your shoulder, you need $5,000 a year. No. $5,000 a month. Great. Once you reach $5,000 a month, that burden off your shoulder is just, it just feels awesome. Where you don't have to really worry about money anymore. It's great. So Donald, so Macy's going to be a no until we find a new bottom. Let's take a look at Cisco, Donald. Okay, CSCO. Okay, same thing. Look what happened. It was a perfect setup until today. Something happened today. Crazy! What's happening, crazy? Something happened today where a lot of stocks pulled back. A lot of them did. Okay, so unfortunately, Cisco did the same thing. Okay, here's your bottom here. Almost a perfect setup to jump in. Unfortunately, today you got this little hiccup. So ask yourself again, do you like Cisco? Well, Cisco's at 73.35. The 73 is going for 95. That's over 1%. I would do that if you like it. Banana Duckling, how are you? Okay, so do you like it to ignore this and jump in anyway? It's a question only you can answer. Wow. It's like I get chapped lips and they just don't seem to want to get unchapped. My goodness. All right, so Penny, Apple. Penny, I'm going to let you know something that you're going to say, oh, yeah, that's normal. Stocks go up, stocks go down, Penny. Okay? Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, up, down, up, down. Okay? Eventually, it's going to find a new bottom, and it's going to turn around. It's Apple. Apple is going to find a new bottom, but when? If you really like Apple, when? It might be tomorrow. It might be the next day. Now, I don't try to pick the bottom because it could be today. Could be. That's it right there. I don't try to pick it. I want 2 days to the upside. Kind of like that. That's what I'm looking for, Penny. Here's the bottom. 1 day up, 2 days up. On the third day, I will jump in. So at this moment in time, here's the bottom. Watch it tomorrow. Tomorrow, it might be higher. More than likely, it will be higher. Because when everything drops at the same time, the very next day, it usually something jumps up. So it'll probably go up tomorrow. Probably. Next. Sorry about that, Penny. Next. Who do we got? Cisco. Wow. All right, right there. Grateful, I'm ready. I just sent you a message with my number. Grateful, I'll give you another buzz because we talked before. All right. How does Proctor and Gamble look to you? Ooh, I love Proctor and Gamble. PG, Proctor and Gamble. Now, one thing I really like about Proctor and Gamble, they're over 100 years old. They are a dividend king, meaning 5 decades of consistent profits. Let me see, is my Yahoo Finance working today? Rid of that. Proctor and Gamble. I'm having issues with my computer. Believe it or not, I got a brand new computer. I just haven't got a chance to move everything from the old computer into the new one. This one ain't working, so that just ain't gonna work. Sorry. Okay, so Procter and Gamble, love it. Take a look at this. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. How high is it going to go? Well, let's take a look. Who said that one? SB 1981. Last 90 days, the last 3 months. Top, bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on there? Now this, here's the, all right, I'm going to zoom in a little closer, see if you can see it, okay? Let's zoom in a little closer. Last 30 days, right there. Right there, okay. Here's your last 30 days. Here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. But this time she's at a 30-day high. So she's at the 30-day high today. But here's the pullback right here. So she went up, a little bit of pullback, now she's keeping going. So that kind of supersedes the other stuff. Now this right here, a little bit of hiccup, now she's going up, 147. 147 is going for 181. That's the first one on the list. Now remember I told you I'm going to walk you through a couple of trades to see if it makes sense. Okay? But you'd always ask that question. Very first question, always, always, always. Does it make sense? And then the question would be, second question, do I like Procter & Gamble? Then the third question, do I like Procter & Gamble at this current price? So let's take a look. Because right here looks good. The bottom shoots up, a little pullback, and it keeps going. Keeps going, and this is going to be nice. So let's check out the 147s. Because that's where we are right now, see? 147. So the 147 is going for 181. That's more than 1%. Remember, I'm only looking for 1%. And 1% every single week is over 50% per year. Okay? So I'm going to change this right here to the covered call, which is right there. And we're going to do the 147, which is right there. Okay? And I'm buying. See that little word right there says buy? I'm buying that one right there. All right, now I only want to do one. One. There we go. Market order. Now there's a reason why when I jump in, I want to do a market order as opposed to a limit order. Okay? Now for those of you who don't know the difference, let me briefly explain. It's relatively quick. Now most people will tell you who are investors, they don't buy at the beginning of the day. Don't use a market order. Well, I do both. And here's the reason. I'm at that point in my life where I don't quibble about a few pennies. I'm looking for my 1%. I really don't care about 1 or 2 pennies after that. Just give me the 1%. I'll move on with my life. Because bears make money, bulls make money, but pigs get slaughtered. That means don't be greedy. Take your profit, say thank you very much, and move on to the next one. Simple. Okay? Wheat King. We're going to take a look at WTI in a second. Okay? We're going to look at that right next. So here's the order. Here's what it sounds like. Now, I always tell all my students, read it out loud and listen to what you're saying. Okay? Because the order, you may see it and you may do it with your fingers, but hearing it also, that's a 3. You know, hearing, seeing, and touching. Okay, anyway. By one covered call, Procter & Gamble, 23 January, that's this Friday. That's 3 days away. The 147 call option. Well, here's my profit, 216. My investment is 14,000. Now, you may think to yourself, there's got to be an easier way. Well, there is. It's changing your thinking. If you're thinking you're buying stocks, well, great, you think that. What I'm thinking, and this might be helpful to some of you, I'm thinking that I am creating a weekly cash-producing asset. Now, some of you might buy real estate. Well, that's a cash-producing asset, but it's a monthly cash-producing asset. Well, this is a weekly producing asset. So every single week, I'm going to make a certain amount of money. It's not going to be the exact same every single week, and you got to be okay with that. But this week, it's 216 bucks. This week, this is cost me 14,000. So to find out the rate of return, we get the calculator. Calculator, come out wherever you are. There you are. Okay, bring it over to here. Okay, we're going to take the profit, 216, divide it by the investment, 14,484, gives me the rate of return. That's not right. That's not right at all. Let's try it one more time. 216 divided by $14,484. That's better, 1.5%. That's only for 3 days. Okay, so I trade on a weekly basis. Most of my trades are done on Monday. Well, Monday was closed, so most of my trades were done yesterday. So I really don't have any money left over to take advantage of this because I don't let any of my money sit around. Well, I do now because I have a margin account, which means if the stocks drop, I don't want to get a margin call. But last year, 90 to 95% of my money was invested by Monday. All right, 1.49%, 1.5. Okay, let's save this one. Let's save it. Proctor and Gamble. Now, for those of you who didn't get a good peek at it, let's take a gander. You ready? There it is. Those are the ones we found yesterday. I'll put it right there. Yeah. That's my cryptocurrency that I'm creating this month or next month, one or the other. All right, here we go. Here we go. Buy one covered call, Proctor and Gamble. 23 January. That's this coming Friday, 3 days away. The 147 call option. Do you see this right here? 146.70. That's the current price. 146.70. The closest strike price is the 147. So if I buy it at 146.70, I sell it at 147, and I collect 216 for each and every contract. Well, think of it as vending machines. Okay, can I afford one vending machine or can I avoid 7? 32? 8? 3? Okay, you are the only one who knows what you have in your account. So this is just for one. Here's the profit, here's the investment. The rate of return is 1.5% just for 1 week. And I'm going to put it right over there. That's today's list. 1.5. Yay! Okay, back to where we were. Where were we? All right, let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. And let's see what do we have next. Okay, Pete, how can you start? Just make the decision. Take a piece of paper, write all the pros and cons, how much time you're going to put into it, how much money do you want to start with. Now, Pete, I always suggest people just starting out, paper trade. It's free. You're only spending your time, okay? And just paper trade until you are successful enough, until that voice in the back of your head saying, Pete, put in some real money. Don't risk money until you're good at it, Pete. Paper trading, it's kind of like playing Monopoly. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel, go round and round, round you go, collect $100 every time you go. All right, what do we have next? Ben, Defrost, Ron, BF Shaw, CD, Freckle Queen, good evening, young lady. Fighting Irish, Miss Christie. Hello, Miss Christie. Jerry, thank you for the rose, Miss Christie. That was nice of you. Party Walrus. Dude, with a name like Party Walrus, you got to come down and party with us, man. Party Walrus, that's got to be a good name. I mean, good party. Thoughts on silver. Okay, Apple user 85. Now, from what I read, from the reports that I have seen, silver should be hitting 300 one of these days. If you got the actual silver, hold on to it. hypothetically speaking, is supposed to hit in the 300s because they're just not digging for it anymore. And they're not shipping it out of China anymore. And a lot of people have been shorting silver for a very long time, and now they're getting caught with their pants down and trying to figure out how we going to fix this. It's just not there. Wild out, Powell. I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay. Kaylin, if I'm just starting out with $1,000, what should I do? Okay, now Kaylin, I really can't tell you what to do. But I can give you an example of what my grandson is going to be doing. And we will be sharing his account live. Okay, he's going to start out with $50. And then every week, me, the other grandparents, and my son and my daughter-in-law, we're going to gather up all our change. And that we're going to invest. And we're going to allow him to pick certain stocks using a dividend capturing. Now, dividend capturing is almost the same thing what we're doing, but we're looking for the dividend, not the option, because he can't buy 100 shares of anything with $50. Murph, 99% don't understand options. They think it's free money. Well, it's kind of free money, but not really. Tell me what to put my entire portfolio into tomorrow at the market open. Hell no. I don't tell any people what to do. Did you soup? Yes, I souped today. Dan seems like a bad choice for CEO of Verizon. Used to love the stock, scared of it now. Okay, KG. I really don't pay too much attention to that. If you don't like Verizon, don't buy it. So Murph, I'm going to give you a quick little history lesson. You ready? Murph, in the late 1500s, a bunch of Dutch businessmen got together and said, hey, let's create the biggest company the world has ever seen. In order to do that, they literally went door to door. Have I got a deal for you? You give us your money, we guarantee we will share our profits with you. That's what it was, short and sweet. You give us your money, we will share our profits with you. That was the Dutch East India Shipping Company, the VOC. Now, the VOC averaged 18%. I'm going to see if I can get that one right. You ready? 18% for 198 years. That was the average. 198 years, they averaged 18%. But that's the original promise. Give us your money, we will give you a portion of the profits. So the dividend is the portion of the profits the company gives back to the investors. And that's us. We are the investors. We buy, we sell, we invest. Okay? Cause and Astra! Woohoo! In the house. Okay, Wheat King, I told you I'd get to WTI. What the heck is WTI? Never a good sign if I have to say, what the heck is that? WT Offshore Inc. Hell no. Sorry, brother. I told you earlier, if it don't fit, it's a no. When I say 20 years, 2 decades of increased profits, how can a stock that's less than $1 8 months ago have 20 years of increased profits? And it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. They're basically worthless to me. Because finding out where a stock's going to be in 5 days, which is Monday to Friday, that's challenging enough. Now try to figure out where it's going to be in 30 days. Let me briefly explain for some of you that don't want to listen. 30 days ago. Here we go. 30 days ago. You ready? We're at 1.7. It went down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now it's at 178. Now tell me, where's it going to be in 30 days? That right there is 30 days. Now tell me, where's it going to be in 30 days? But let's see what the option that they're offering. Okay, it's currently at 178. The $2 option is going for 5 cents. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but guess what? $2, 5 cents on a $2 stock, that's how much is that? 2, 25%. Is that right? Yeah, that's 25%. But that's for 5 weeks. And what if you're wrong? Okay, 1 strikeout, 0. 2 strikes out, 0. 3 strikes out, 0. No, I don't. It's not enough premiums there to make it worth my while, number 1. Number 2, it's a monthly. Number 3, how am I supposed to figure out where it's going to be in 30 days? It's just not worth the effort for me. I don't do monthlies. I just don't do it. Okay, what else we have down here from you? Okay, you DM me. Thank you there, up, down. It's not a bad idea. Thank you there, Daryl. But people here are looking to make money in the next 3 years, not the next 30. Dude, I tell you right straight up from the front. This is boring. This is slow. This is monotonous. This drives you nuts. It's the same thing over and over and over again. I'll tell you what, you know what's really frustrating? Brushing your teeth, doing your hair, taking a shower every single day for your whole life. What do you get out of it? Financially, nothing. But here, 1% a week, that's 50% per year. If you can get 50% per year for the rest of your life, please explain to me why that's not a good thing. And less than 10 minutes. You should be transparent about that. Transparent about what? I tell you exactly what I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. It's boring as hell. That's what I tell people. Why the hell you want to do it is beyond me. The reason I want to do it, I'm retired. Okay, I don't have the luxury of being wrong. I have no desire to put my money into something and then waiting and wait. No. See, I'm retired, which means if I want to go and do something, well, I need money to do that. I need money to pay my bills. I need it to come in on a consistent basis. And trust me, I explain it every single day. If you're looking to make a lot of money now, you're in the wrong place. This is slow, this is boring, this is monotonous, this is insanely slow. It's only 1% a week. And you're right. Most people want to buy something today and retire tomorrow. Sorry, I tried that many years. I'd rather simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. That's what I want. Okay, Daryl? Let's keep it. What else we have? Daryl, you'll make money the first week selling covered calls. Yeah, you will. That's my own original idea. I'm glad it is. Up, down. People here don't want to just store their money in a place that will counter inflation. Wait, whoa. I never ever, wait a minute, I can't say that because I have seen it. Because there's some countries that inflation went crazy. But here, the worst inflation's ever been, like 10 or 15%. I think 50% as opposed, I'm not even going to argue with you anymore. They want to predict the next big thing. Yeah, well, fine, you're in the wrong place for that. Using Feynman's path integral approach to stock trading. Okay, who the hell said that? Okay, I have no idea what that is, but you have fun with that. I doesn't teach any methods here. Nope, I don't do that. Of course he doesn't teach that trading method. I literally invented it. Well, good for you. If you trade it, if you have your own investment trading strategy that's better than what I'm showing, why are you even here? Sorry, Daryl, I must have missed the earlier comment from you. You're doing better than me. I make 3.2% per month at Clifford. Awesome. So you're Richard Feynman. I have no idea who Richard Feynman is. Unfortunately, Daryl, it's not trading method. I'm not, sadly, but he came up with a beautiful method to calculate quantum mechanical interactions where the infinite possibility paths of particles cancel out, which apply to trading, in my opinion. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but complexity only strokes the ego. You want something complex to stroke your ego? More power to you. Simplicity takes discipline. It's boring as hell. I admit it. It's the same things over and over and over again. I admit it. I'm agreeing with you. Yet you still want to argue. Dude, you don't have to be here. Okay, it's a simple trading strategy created for a 9-year-old. It takes less than 10 minutes a day. Perfectly fine by me. Okay, any thank you for that. We're not complicated here, nor do we want to. Thank you there, up, down. Dude, thank you for that. Do you do option trading? Just started 2 months ago. Yes, I do. All right, what do we got? Well, 1% per week is 52% a year, which beats almost every simple trading strategy. Yeah, I haven't seen anything any better. And selling covered calls is a lot less stressful and less time you can spend away from the screen. Thank you, dude. Seriously, I really seriously appreciate what you're doing there, up, down. But even all those good companies, all those metals don't blah, 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 blah. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you got a lot to say. This is not day trading. No, it is not. All right, day trading involves staring at your screen for hours every day. This doesn't. No. I did day trading many years ago. Hey, guys. Joey, what's happening, Joey? Oh, hi. How do you close your position? Oh, dude, closing a position is easy. You just ignore it. Here's the thing. When you sell somebody the option to buy something from you. Let's take a look at a second. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at Macy's for a second. Whoops. Okay, hopefully this answers your question. All right, here's Macy's. Macy's is currently at 21.30. So we're going to look at the 21.50 and it's paying 31, which is more than 1%. Actually, it's like 1.5%. So here's the thing, Frederick. If I buy the stock at 21.30, I sell somebody the right, not the obligation, it's just the right. I mean, they can do it if they want to. They don't have to if they don't want to. That's the beauty of it. But here's the thing. If I buy it at 21.30, I sell it for 21.50. That's a 20-cent profit already built in. But I'm also collecting this 31. So in essence, I'm getting 61 cents per share. Now, 61 cents per share on a $21 stock is just shy of 3%. And that's for 1 week. So you do that every single week. Think about it. 1% every single week is 50% per year. Now, if I buy it at 21.30, I sell at 21.50, and that person who buys it from me, the 21.50, they say, you know what? I think I'm going to take that stock. You don't have to do anything. They actually call up the broker and say, hey, I want to exercise this option. And guess what? You wake up in the morning, it's gone, and you get all your money back, plus this profit, the difference between this and that profit. It's already mapped out for you. You don't have to do anything. Now, if it doesn't hit 21.50 by Friday, guess what? You keep this money, which is 1.5% for 1 week, and you still own the stock at 21.30. And then you go take a look at next week's numbers right here. Okay? 23 January is this week. 30 January is next week. And if it doesn't sell then, you do it again. And then you do it again, and you do it again until it hits 21.50, which is your target price. But if you want, you could always kick it down the road at 1% every single week. Why not? Think about it. You buy Macy's 21.30, and they give you 1% every single week. At the end of the year, you get a 52, or actually it's like 64% if you compound it, and you still own the stock, and you still collect the dividends. Anyway, all right, what else do we got here? Who? Patrick, Danny Boy, Dave, the Bronx guy, what's happening? And Tony De Jesus, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Okay, Donald, we already did Cisco. Niles, good evening. Heather Y. Heather, you actually got to give me something to think about because you says thoughts. Thoughts on what? I am FET. Look up SIM, S-Y-M. Hey, can you explain to me what S-Y-M is? Because it doesn't sound familiar to me. But let's check it out. S-Y-M. Okay. Symbiotic Inc. Top, bottom, where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's actually coming down at the moment. But if you really like it, zoom into this, check this out. Okay, 30 days ago, here's your bottom. Shoots up, profit taking. Now it's here. What's it doing now? It's looking for a new bottom. Once the new bottom shows up, jump on and then take it for the ride. Jake, Rodney, Bug. Bug, is there a stock actually called down? DOWN. No, there isn't. SE, how are you doing? Silky, Maxi, how are you doing, Maxi? Leisure, Sankoman, okay. Republican enthusiast. Anyone make money listening to this gentleman? I will let people in the chat answer that for you. Spider-Man, do you reinvest dividends into the same companies or other? Okay, here's the thing, Spider-Man. Okay, I want to show you something just in case you're curious. Let's open this up. We're going to go to my website and put it in the 10-MinuteTrader. So Spider-Man, this is for you. No, wait a minute, wait. Okay, Spider-Man, are you ready? Here's my website, the10minutetrader.com. Here's the live trading for those of you who are interested in that. Here's the book a call if you want to have a call from me. We're going to go here to the hamburger right up here on the top. And then we're going to look at trades for 2025. I haven't listed, oh my God, I haven't listed any trades this year. Ooh, Nelly. So here's my trades for 2025. Let's slide down. All right. All right, who asked that question? Spider-Man. You ready, Spider-Man? Listen closely. CVS, Foot Locker, Halliburton, Riot, Riley, Kohl's, MPW, Harley Davidson, Intel, Altria, MPW, Riley, US Steel. That's week number 1. Okay, week number 2. CVS, Foot Locker, Halliburton, Riot, US Steel, Foot Locker, Mara, MPW, Riot, Kohl's, MPW, Riley, US Steel. Now let's jump up 5 or 6 months. Let's go 5 or 6 months right to about here. Okay? Take a look. Look, I bought it again. Halliburton, Foot Locker, Macy's, Kohl's, Riot, Riley, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, Advanced Auto Parts, Mara, Macy's, Harley Davidson, Riot, ASO, Kohl's, Intel, Foot Locker, same thing. Now let's go up into last year, which would be 2024, okay? 2024 trades. Okay, well, there's all my social media. Okay, what do we have here? Macy's, look, Macy's again. Wells Fargo, Macy's, ooh, that's it, just those two. Wynn Resorts, Wells Fargo, Walgreens, Kohl's again. Wynn Resorts, MPW, Bitto. That's week 29. That's for 2024. What do we have here? Macy's again, Albemarle, AEO, Bitto, Walgreens, Monroe, AEO, American Eagle Outfitters, Lowe's, Macy's again. So yeah, I do the same stocks over and over and over again. Let's get out of there. Answer that question. Bossed Up Empire, how are you today? Murph, you're right. 99% of people don't understand what a dividend is. They think it's free money. Thank you. Jovac, how are you doing? Amen. All right. Opie Dog. And Jamaica. What do you think about Netflix? I think it's overpriced. NFLX. Ooh, wait a minute. It's down to 87. Okay. Well, I'd like to wait for it to drop, find its bottom. I don't need that many. Okay. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's going to find a new bottom eventually. You have to ask yourself, do I like Netflix? When Netflix finds its bottom, who knows where it's going to be? I'm looking for the bottom. Then I want 2 days up, And on the third day, I will jump in. Until then, I'm just going to keep watching it. Okay? Die72, thank you. Mark, do you just trade dividend stocks because they're predictable or because you might hold them? Here's the thing, Mark. Oh, sorry, Mary Mark. Yes, they are predictable. It means they do the same thing every single 90 days. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. But they usually go up just before the dividend date. And then, as they are going down, see this? As they are going down, I'm still getting a dividend that increases every single year. So think of it this way, Mary. You got companies that are over 100 years old. Proctor Gamble, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Harley Davidson, Home Depot, Ford, General Motors, Consolidated. Anyway, but they increase their dividends every single year. Now, what have we seen in the last 100 years, Mary? We've seen World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, the crap in the Gulf, the Desert Storm, all that crap. What else have we seen? Well, we've seen the stock market crash at 29, 87, 2000, 2001, 2008, 2021, 2025, blah, 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 blah. But these companies still consistently increase their dividends. Even when the market is crashing, these companies are still increasing their dividends because if they do not, they get tossed off of that list. Now, I'll tell you what, there's one company that has seven decades of consistent profitability. That means every single year, their profits go higher, 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 higher. Those are the companies I like, and there's only about 300 of them. So out of the 10,800 and whatever, I forget what the number was. Okay. But yeah, I only like companies that are consistently profitable. And there's only about 300. And yeah, dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Bit 2, Harley Davidson. Well, let's take a look at Harley Davidson. Uh-oh. Okay, here. Bit 2 wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. HOG. We're going to say no for this week, but here's the thing. Harley Davidson has been in business over 100 years, and you've heard it before. You've heard it over and over and over and over again. You want to make money in the stock market, you buy low and you sell high. Well, guess what? Harley Davidson is at the low of the year. You can't get any lower than the low of the year. But here's the thing. Me personally, I'm keeping my eye on this. I actually own some, but I'm keeping my eye on it to dollar cost average. Because once it hits the bottom, it will turn around and go back up eventually. Where is it? I don't know. It's going to show up eventually. That's why I look every single day. This is all I do nowadays. I'm retired. I got nothing else to do. So I sit here, I do this, and I share with you guys at night. Sean, Johnson & Johnson, J&J. Hell no. Wasn't that quick, Sean? The reason why I said no is I don't buy anything at the high. It just doesn't make sense. Grateful, I appreciate it. Looking forward to your call. Now, do you want me to call tonight or do you want me to call tomorrow? Got to decide. What do we have here? Uh-oh, uh-oh. La, 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 la. Oh, wow, I missed all these questions. All right, I'm going to grab a seat because I got a lot of questions to go through. Here we go. Let's get this done and over with. All right, we did that one right there. Tell me where to put. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Well, I could do it, but I'm not going to tell you. I don't ever tell people what to buy and what to sell. That's a you thing. You should never listen to some bonehead online, and that's me. I'm the bonehead online. You don't know me from Adam unless you make the effort, dropping your phone number in, and we have a conversation. I really can't tell you what to do because I know nothing about you. All right, what do we have? All right, we got that. Uh-oh. Hey, it's Mr. Snow Miser. I appreciate it. Looking forward to it. RYN. Snow Miser RYN. You've been here before. Oh, come on, dude. You've actually been here before. You know I don't do monthly, so why are you suggesting that? Alana, nice to see you again. Where can I see the info you're seeing? Alana, I think I asked you yesterday or the day before. Drop me your number. I will give you a call and you and I can talk. I promise I won't try to sell you anything. I won't save your information. I won't pan it out. I won't email you constantly. I just want to have a conversation to help you out. The monthly, weekly pay. All right, that's not on there, Alana. You have to know what you're looking at, what you're reading. Tree of Life, trade options, absolutely. Republican enthusiast, thank you. Noah Tarchon, discouraged. Terribly sorry there, dude. Yeah, discouraged, that's a good word. Robert John, how long do you own a dividend stock? I have held DX stock forever and now have almost 8,000 shares. I feel bad for you, dude. DX, hell no. Wasn't that quick? Now, John, the reason why I'm saying no, a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't buy anything at the high. And here's something for you, John. Okay, now, I have no idea what you paid for it, but if you've been holding it for a long period of time, currently it's at $14.57. It's a monthly, so I don't even do them. But here's the thing, John. Number one, it's not a profit until you take it. That's number one. Number two, nobody ever went broke taking profits. Okay? And John, I'm doing weekly options because I want weekly cash flow. I wouldn't even look at this thing. But that's me. If it works for you, great. Okay, but it just doesn't work for me. Hey, Dr. Corey. Me and Dr. Corey had a conversation today. Kush, how you doing? Bill Burton, Travis, Gonzo the Great, woohoo! I made that very mistake and sold Intel at 18 a couple of years ago. Okay, dude, you can't look at it that way. You cannot look at what you did years ago. Okay, because you're a different person now. Maybe you won't do that. Kohl's is Sears. Dump it. Yep, Kevo, thank you. What am I looking for? Could have bought Bitcoin at $1. We all could have bought Bitcoin at $1. You know what? We could have bought Bitcoin at 5 cents. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I really don't want to hear it. Okay? We are here. Looking backwards really doesn't help you. Running Gold, how are you today? Nice to see you again. Jose, how much do I need to invest to earn $1,000 per month? That's $250 a week. That's $25,000. Okay, $25,000. 1% a week is $250 a week. I love BE, Boom Energy. Dario. What is that? BE? BE. Hell no. Now, Dario, the reason I'm saying no to this, number one, I don't buy anything at the high. Number two, this does not happen every day. Everybody loves it when they get this, but how often do you get it? Seriously. Because people who do this, they say, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, but why aren't you telling us the ones you lost on? Now, I post every single one of my trades. Every single one of my trades. Winner, loser, I don't care. I believe you all should know exactly what I'm doing. I shared 3 accounts publicly. I got 7, but I only shared 3 of them publicly. And I show you my winners and my lures. And my winners do not look like this. Goes from $10 to 151. Yeah, wonderful. It's not a profit until you take it. PLTR is a hell no. QBTS, that's a hell no. Okay, Tree of Life, look at the numbers. Seriously, look at the numbers. Saw it less than $10. Yep. QBTS is good. No, it's not. QBTS. It might be good for you. Okay? but it's not good for me. Okay, what I'm looking for is different than what you're looking for. That's something people have a tendency to keep forgetting, conveniently. Okay, they conveniently forget that it's not something you can do every single day. APLD. Oh, hold on, what are we looking at? QBTS? QBTS. We'll give it a second, Dario. Let's see how good it is. Because what I think is good might not be what you think is good. Hey, new member, Mr. Rick. Yay, Mr. Rick just signed up. Thank you, Mr. Rick. All right, so D-Wave Quantum Inc. Uh-oh, it's stuck. It's not moving, so I can't say one way or the other. See? Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Oh, my whole computer went black. We could call it an, oh, there it is. Wait. All right. I guess we're not going to look at that. Looks like I got to clean up my computer or I'll get the new one going, one or the other. Ryan, it's 2.5%. Ryan, what's 2.5%? Ryan, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Okay, Ryan, you got to remember, I got 9 different channels here. Okay. 2.5%, 2.5, APLD. APLD. All right. There's the top. There's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Sideways, up, down, 35.46 to 35.50 is going for 151. That looks good. Sounds good. How do you get 1% a week? Cochina. Sit tight. Watch closely. I'm going to show it to you right here. APLD. 35.46. The closest strike price is going to be the 35.50 right there. It is paying 151 per share. Well, that's more than 1%. Okay. Slacks, AI bubble thoughts. Well, yeah, everything has a bubble. Everything new shoots up to the moon, and then everybody finally says, okay, yep, and then it just settles where it's going to settle. All right, so here's the bottom right here, 323, and it jumped up to 40. Well, let's look at the last 90 days. Okay, same thing, last 90 days. The high, the low, where was it, where is it? Down, up, down, up, down. Nope. Sorry, it's coming down now. Okay, I just follow the rule. I just follow the rules. The motion of the ocean. It went up, it went down. It went up, it went down. It went up, now it's coming down again. The chart will tell you exactly what's happening. There's so many companies out there. 10,800 and whatever. That's a lot of companies. So why would I want to do this one if it doesn't look right? Okay, Cochina, just sit tight. We'll get to it in a minute. I use Thinkorswim. Where can I see what you're seeing? Alana, like I said, send me your number. We'll have a conversation. Patriot, 2.5%. Buyhex.com. Okay, I don't buy those coins. I don't trade cryptocurrency. Cam, what's your number one source you go to get the most useful and practical news? No, I don't watch the news at all. You kidding me? Have you actually seriously watched the news? Okay, no, it's all bias. Okay, now if it was a publicly owned company, not a privately owned company where people are paid to read off of a prompter and certain news you can't hear because whoever owns the station doesn't want you to hear. No, that's not honest news. I don't listen to any news. I like, Epic News. They're non-biased. They'll tell you the good and the bad. They'll give you both sides of the story. Yep, I get that, Tree of Life. Thank you, Tree of Life. Ladder hex stacks. Okay, stake. Blah, 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 blah. 15.3 years end stake crashes your interest earned after half. I have no idea what that means. You're talking about cryptocurrency. Please don't do that. This is dividend stock investing, not cryptocurrency. La 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 la. Okay. Christine, thank you for that, Christine. Eric, how you doing? Okay, Tree of Life, 38% doesn't really thrill me. Is this a fake account? Yeah, sure, why not? Hex, RN, it will drop if more people stake. I have no idea what that means, but okay. All right. There we go. Kuya, hey man, I'm back. What's your thoughts on NLR? Do you have high hopes for uranium stocks? Let's take a look. NLR. NLR. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? I don't do monthlies. I already told you that. ETF FCHD, hell no. Joel. Joel, do yourself a favor. That when I say if you're going to invest in the stock market, you really should have access to a financial website. Okay? Go take a look at the dividend payouts of SCHD over the last 20 years and see how wonderful they increase. They don't. They're not consistently profitable. Okay, what else do we have over here? You think Daryl is drunk. That's funny. Cucina, what's the strategy? Cucina, the strategy is very simple. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. We look for dividend stocks that we buy just before the EX date, because just before the EX date, the stock has a tendency to go up. So if you know when a stock is going to go up, you buy it just before the EX date with a strategy that is simple, safe, and consistent. And you just let it play out. Rip, how long have you been doing this strategy? Over 15 years. Who decides the strike price? Lisa, you do. Okay, remember that, Lisa. If you buy the stock, let's take a look at AT&T. Okay? Currently, Lisa, currently the stock is at 23.45. 23.45, 23.45, 23.45. Okay, the strike price right here. Okay, the strike price. 21.50, 22, 22.50, 23, 23.50, 24, 24.50, so on and so forth. When you buy the stock tomorrow morning, if you buy it tomorrow morning at 23.45, you get to decide what to sell it for. You can sell it for 22. You can sell it for 25. You can sell it for 23.50. You can sell it for 22.50. You are in control because you bought the stock. You're in control. You decide what to sell it for. So, me personally, okay, I don't want to own the stock. I want the profits. That's all I want. If I'm buying it at 23.45, me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying me. If I'm going to buy it at 23.45, I'm going to sell it for the closest strike price there is. And that 23.45 would be the 23.50. That's what I would do. Now you, if you buy it, you get to choose whatever you want. How long have I been doing this? Over 15 years. Thank you very much. Babyface, I want to learn. I'm here every night. Cochina, sell. Okay, Cochina, I'm going to apologize now because I got 9 different channels. 9, which means I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens in front of me. And each screen has a whole bunch of questions going up and down, up and down. I have no idea what sell means. I know what it means, but as pertaining to what you're talking about. Okay, because the information flashes on the screen and then it disappears. So if you're referring to something you said earlier, I don't remember what it is. Frederick, how do you choose your position? Very simple, Fred. If the stock is bouncing off of a 30-day bottom and everything looks right, then I jump in. And when I jump in, I look for the closest strike price to my purchase price. That's how I choose my position. Joey, what's up? That makes no sense. I have no idea. Okay, bye. Somebody left. Up, down, threw someone out. Try listening and looking at those returns. Thank you there. Up, down. It has nothing to do with this style of investing, though. Calendly. Hey, somebody asked for a conversation. Okay, great. Okay, Babyface, DM me your number or go to my website and book a call, and I'll give you a buzz. WDYM, you don't do monthly. Can you explain, please? Oh, boy. All right, I haven't done it in a while, so let's do it now. You ready, Kaya? Or Kuya? I'm going to give you a little example. Are you ready? This is Macy's. Macy's. Now, Macy's is a weekly option, okay? Weekly, all right? 23 January, that's this Friday. 30 January, that's next Friday. 6 February, that's 2 Fridays away. 13 February, 4 Fridays away. 20 February, 5 Fridays away, so on and so forth. Every single Friday, 52 times a year. Okay? Now, if I do every single one of these and I get 1% every single option trade that I do, 52 times, that's 52%, correct? 1% every week is 52. Okay? Now, monthly. Okay? O Realty, monthly. Means I can only do it once a month. 12 times a year. 1%, 12 times a year is only 12%. Okay? Just by the numbers alone, it's a hell no. All right? Now, one more thing. Okay? That is 30 days. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Did you see that? Can you? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's 30 days right there. Okay? 30 days ago, we're at $60.50. Now we're at $56.50. So, where is it going to be in the next 30 days? It's very challenging to try to figure out where a stock's going to be in 30 days. And then the amount of money they're paying, the amount of money they're paying is just not the same. So why would I just make fake accounts? Must be a full-time job. Thank you for that. Making fake accounts might be a full-time job. Well, good for you. You got it? All right. What's my thoughts on Vail? Ooh, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Do you have the list of 300 on your website? Yeah. That makes more sense. I'm glad that makes more sense. Happy Girl. Yay. Happy Girl wants to take a look at Marvel. MRVL. MRVL. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look at Marvel. Here's the top, 130. Here's the bottom, 45. Shoots up, pulls back. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 79.80. The 80 is going for 150, just shy of 2%. That sounds great. Well, let's take a look. Okay. the last 90 days, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's up, down. So we're looking for the new bottom right here. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually own some Marvel, but the top was here at 94 a couple of weeks ago. Now it's down to here. It's going to find a new bottom, then it will turn around if you like Marvel. And that's always it's always question number 2, if you like this company. Caillou, where can we see your 3 public stock portfolios? Didn't I just show you that like 5 minutes ago? The 10MinuteTrader. Okay? The10MinuteTrader.com. Okay, up here, that little hamburger right there, you click on that right there. Weekly trades 2025. Weekly trades 2024. You click on any one of those, either one of those. Account 1, account 2, account 3. You slide down. What did I pick? Look at that. Nike, Marvel, Boeing, The Gap, Kohl's, Albemarle, Macy's, Hertz, Kohl's, Macy's, Marvel, Albemarle, Mara, American Eagle Outfitters, and Hertz. All my trades are there. I don't hide anything. The winners and the losers. R Green wants to take a look at, wait a minute. Vale? V-A-L-E. Isn't that in Colorado? I'm going to say no, dude. Okay, no, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't buy anything at the high of the year. It doesn't make any sense to buy at the high of the year. Okay, because I don't know about you, but where I went to school, they always say buy low, sell high. Never once have I ever heard anybody say buy at the high and wait for it to go higher. I've never heard that. Nobody's ever said that to me. Say, hey, James, Vail is at the high of the year. Let's buy it and wait for it to go higher. No. Sorry, no. TSM? Gloff? TSM. Is that Taiwan Semiconductors? It is Taiwan Semiconductors. Nope. Didn't we just say no to that? We did, didn't we? Okay, again, why would I buy at the high of the year? Next. Thank you, Christy. How do you choose new options to trade? RJP, it's simple. If I buy a stock, let's say I buy TSM at 332. Okay? If I buy TSM at 327, okay, I'm going to sell the closest one, 327.50. But actually, it's at 332 at the moment, after hours. Okay, this is what it closed for today, and this is after hours. So 332.95, I'm going to do the 332.50. That's how I choose, whatever is closest to where I enter. If I enter at 332.90, I'm going to do the 332.50. It's the closest one. Cause an Astra. Wait a second. Okay. Miss Christie, win some. Win some, you learn some. Okay. Thank you, Miss Christie. Cause an Astra. Mara. Let's take a look at Mara. M-A-R-A. Oh, interesting. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up. Down, up. $10.37. Oh, come on, we know. Come on, we all know. Do I really need to say it? 10.37. The closest strike price is 10.50. And the 10.50 is going for 29 cents. Now, 29 cents on a $10.50 stock, that's over 20%. Well, wait a minute. No, that's over 2%. Sorry. 2%. Do I ever short? I don't do it on purpose. I'm actually short on a bunch of stocks. Not that I did it on purpose, but yeah. All right, what else do we have here? What do we have? Vino! Hey, up, down, how you doing? Okay, he's not talking to me. No, you're not listening. This is not day trading. No, this is not day trading. All right, you know what? I'm gonna let you take care of that one. Is to listen and ask questions about options. Oh, wait a minute. Prove I'm human. There we go. Yeah, every once in a while they ask if you're human. You got to do weird stuff. Do I ever short? Not on purpose. Every once in a while, when we get out of the way. Can I do this on Robinhood? Yeah, I actually have a Robinhood account, and we are this year. We are going to on the website put in my Robinhood account so you see how it's done on Robinhood. It's a little bit different on Robinhood because they don't have all the perks that Thinkorswim has. So I have 7 accounts on Thinkorswim and 1 account on Robinhood. And that's where my grandson's account will be, on Robinhood. Dean, can we analyze Microsoft? MSFT. Simple, wait for the bottom to show up. How's that, Dean? Just wait for the bottom to show up. That's it. Okay, the top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Wait for it to show up. It's coming. One of these days. See, here's the top. Here's the bottom. When the bottom shows up, if you like the company, buy it. Microsoft's on the top of my list. Now, normally I don't trade it because I usually don't do stocks at $450. I like to stay under 350. But Dean, if you like it, just sit and wait. Once it hits, once it turns around, goes back up, then jump in. Moan, what do you mean it doesn't look right? I'm totally lost there. Dave Nag. Debashi Dave Nag. I have no idea what that means. Because, see, I got so many people here asking me questions, and I can't get to the questions exactly when you want me to get to the questions. So when you say, what does that mean? It doesn't look right. I can't understand because I don't know exactly which stock you're talking about when I said doesn't look right. Kelly, I'm new. What are your screening rules? You mentioned them frequently. Kelly, I got 2 of them. You ready? Just 2, Kelly. Consistency of profitability and weekly options. Now, when I say consistency of profitability, I'm talking about 2 decades. Not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, not 3 or 4 months, not 6 months, not a year. Nope. 2 decades. That's 20 years. Louis, capped. C-A-P-T. Hell no. Weren't you listening, brother? Okay? 2 decades of profits. How can a stock under $1 have 2 decades of profits? Sorry, Louis. URA. Hey, why not? URA. No. Wasn't that quick? Why not? It was quick. Do you know why it was quick? Take a look at this. 30 days ago, we're here. It went up, it went down. Now it went up. I don't buy anything at the high. But here's the thing. Why not? Take a look at this. Your bottom's right here at 42. So it goes from 42 to 56. Now do the math in your head. 42 to 56 is $14. $14 on a $42 stock is over 25%. Why the hell would I want to buy something after it jumped up 25%? That's the time to sell, not the time to buy. Because think about it. You may think it's great, and you may say, hey, I want to wait for it to go higher and higher. You're not the only dancer on the dance floor, brother. 11 million shares have traded. Now, this stock is trading for $55 and 11 million. And I seriously doubt that you have $55 million to be all that. Okay? So think of it as if you were an investor. You bought something 3 weeks ago and it shoots up 25%. Are you going to keep it or are you going to get rid of it? How do you find your stocks that paid options weekly? RJP. Listen closely. Are you ready? You ready? CBOE, Chicago Board of Options Exchange. It tells you every option that's out there, the weeklies and the monthlies. That's it, Chicago Board of Options, CBOE. Gator, what's happening, Gator? Hot tamale, Lisa B, VE. Lisa B, what the hell is VE? Veolia Environmental. Hell no. How's that, Lisa? I don't do stocks that have no options. Sorry. Jen Trip 72, how are you? Dean, Kevin, Ribbon. Really? Why do you want to look at Ribbon? They're not 20 years old. Uh-oh, Kevin wants to take a look at Kimberly Clark, KMB. Now, KMB is a hell yeah, dude. It is. Take a look. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, sideways, down, up, up. Okay. Up, down, up. Okay. However you want to look at it. Okay, Kevin? So, the last 90 days, there we go. Here's your top, here's your bottom, down, up, up. It's just in a perfect position right now. The bottom was last week. And Kimberly Clark, if you didn't know, is a dividend king, which means 5 decades of consistent profits. Why the hell not? It's over 100 years old. Why not? Let's take a better look. Okay. Down, whoops, down, up. We get all that space right there before we challenge that high. So the 101s are going for 90 cents to 165, which is over 1%. So let's take a gander at it. Let's get rid of this. Let's change this, which says single. Come on. To covered stock. Right there. And we want the 101.88. Let's do the 102s. Okay, because it's 101.88 right now. Uh-oh. Prove I'm human. I am not human. Vincent! Thank you there, Vincent. Okay, so it's currently at 101.88. So we're going to do the 102s, because that's the closest. And the 102, we can buy it right there, the 102s. Just one contract. We don't want to do 10. And we want to do it the market order. Okay, now there's a reason why I want to do a market order as opposed to a limit order. A limit order is, this is what I want to pay. And that's it. This is what I want to pay. It may sit on the market maker's computer all day long and never get filled. Now, the reason I do market orders is an American order. It's a truly 100% American. Do you know why? Because a market order is, I want it now, I don't care what it costs. That's strictly American. I want it now, I don't care what it costs. But here's the thing. Doing a covered call, I'm buying the stock and I'm selling the option at the exact same time. So the stock and the option are tied together. I know what my profit's going to be before I even do it. Right there, maximum profit, 142. I know what it's going to cost me, 10,000. Okay, just grab on my calculator. What rate of return is that? Okay, calculator. You take the profit, 142. You divide it by the investment, 10,000. $58. Gives me a grand total of 1.4% for 3 days. Remember, there's only 3 days left, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for this week. So let's save this one. And, come on. There it is. Give me 1 second. There it is right there. Wow, we only found 2 today? That's terrible. But then again, it is Wednesday. I mean, yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. By one covered call, Kimberly Clark, KMB, January 23, that's this coming Friday. 102 call option. Profit 142, the investment $10,000. 1.44% for 3 days. You either like it or you don't. Okay, the question's rattling in your head. First question should be, does this make sense? Second question should be, do I like Kimberly Clark? All right, 1.4%. $1.4%. Okay, Kevo, we already looked at Macy's. You're welcome, Miss Lisa. Running gold. Can we look at Capital One Finance? Oh, hell yeah, I love Capital One Finance. COF. Let's get rid of it. Let me get rid of this first. Uh-oh, what the hell did I just do? Single. There we go. And we want to look at Capital One Finance. COF. There we go. Oh, did you hear that one? Oh, here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, it's down, up, down, up, down. 228. We're looking at the 227.50. 570. That's over 2%. If you like Capital One Finance. Running gold, I'd wait a little bit. Look at what's happening right here. Let's zoom into that a little bit. Okay? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now, I'd still buy this one. Running gold. Now, this is why I would still buy it. Okay? Now, the reason I would buy it, this right here, let me zoom into that a little closer. Okay? This is the high for the 30 days. It gapped down, found the new bottom, 2 days up, its gap right here is going to fill. So this, today, that's just a minor glitch. Or as they would say in the Matrix, it's just a glitch in the system. Okay, so hypothetically, this thing should keep going up tomorrow. If, and only if, you like Capital One Finance. Okay? Either you like Capital One Finance or you don't like it. Well, what else do we have down here? Just because silver's been on a tier lately, look at the last 10 years and add up the returns, divide by 10. I'm going to agree with you. Okay? Up, down, I am. But up, down, remember this. Okay? Do a little bit of research. Just because silver did what it did the last 10 years, ignore that. The only reason I'm saying ignore it because there's nothing you can do about it. There's no time machine. You have today and what's in the future. That's it. Now, what I've been looking at in the futures market is that silver is going to go into the 300s. So if you got silver, hey, hang on to it. All right, what else we have? Stuck in traffic. How are you today? Roger Casta. What time to put... Okay. Is time to butt T-Mus. Okay, Roger, I'm not 100% what that means. Is time to butt T-Mus. Now, T-Mobile, I'll look at it. T-M-U-S. Now, Roger, if you really like T-Mobile, give it a little bit. Because look at this. Here's the high up here, almost 280. Now we're almost down to 180. Give it a little time. tomorrow, the next day, or the next day. Just keep your eye on it. It eventually is going to turn around, go back up again. Okay? Here's the bottom today. Lower, 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 lower. You always make money buying low and selling high, and you cannot get any lower than the low of the year, which is today. If you like T-Mobile, I like T-Mobile, so I'm going to write it down and keep my eye on it. Okay, Steve, Rivian has not been around for 20 years. It'd just be a waste of our time to look at it. Lon Perry, so if it doesn't hit your strike price, you just resell it again next week. Lon, I'm going to sell it next week. I'm going to sell it the week after. I'm going to sell it the week after. I'm going to sell it the week after. I'm going to keep selling it every single week until it hits my target. What if you're an alien? Well, make sure you catch your spaceship out of here when the time comes. I have no idea what that means. What is that supposed to mean? What's my website? Razor, it's The10MinuteTrader. Right? Top left corner. Okay, you're on TikTok. Top left corner of your screen. Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, you click on that. That'll give you everything you need to know about me. Mo! BLVD. What is that? BLVD. BLVD. Okay, so interesting enough, Mo, BLVD, we cannot find that symbol. So you know what that means? Next. Michael, Allegiant. No, I don't do monthlies. Okay, when I say I'm looking for weekly cash flow, explain to me in a minimum amount of words how you expect me to get weekly cash flow from Allegiant. I'm not going to sit in front of my computer staring at this thing. Anything other than staring at this stupid thing all day, how am I going to get weekly cash flow from Allegiant? Kelly, for example, T sells a call and the puts. What's the risk if I like it and am willing to do dollar cost averaging? Explain to me why you're selling the calls and selling the puts at the same time. What's the risk if I like it and willing to do dollar cost averaging? Okay. Well, from what I'm understanding, first, you'd have to buy the stock, then sell the covered calls, and sell some cash secured puts if you don't mind. Yeah, I do that all the time, but you missed that first part. Tim May, I'm late. I missed it all. Yep, but it should be recorded on Yahoo, YouTube. Eric, EOG Res Inc. Okay. That looks interesting. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let's zoom into that. What is that? What is that doing? What is that doing? Okay, down, up, down, up. There's your top right there. Now it's dropping. But is it turning today? Could be. Just not quite there yet. Michael, we already looked at Allegiant. USAR. Phantom, how do you do a covered call on a stock you already rent 100? Oh, that's easy. Phantom, are you ready? If I already own 100 shares of EOG, right? This right here would be single. That means you're just selling the options. See? 106. If I just want to sell the 106s, I go right to there. And then see, I'm just selling the 106s. I'm not buying the stock, then selling them. If I already own them, I'm just selling the call option by itself. Howell, Garrett, USAR. USAR. Is that United States Army Reserve? USAR. USA Rare Earth. Oh, delete that. Get that out of the way. Interesting. This actually looks pretty good. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways, up, down, up. 1920. The 1920. Oops, at 1968 at the moment. So we'll be looking at the 20s. And the 20s are going for 72, which is more than 3%. That's a pretty good one, Howell. Let's check it out. Okay, now normally I don't do this, but here's the bottom here. She goes from 12 to 18. That's $6. Okay, Howell, you listening? The bottom is right here. She shot up 50% to 18, came back a little bit, shot up another $4, which is 25%. Okay, that's where it is now. It's up 25% from this bottom. Just count the numbers. But it looks as it's going to continue to go because it is rare earth metals and it's a hot market at the moment. If you like it. Only, Garrett, only if you like it. So hypothetically speaking, if you buy it now, sell this, you can get 3% and still own the stock if you want to do that. Okay, Michael Kelly, we already did that. We already did Allegiant. Terry Sook. All right, let's grab a seat. We got 2 minutes left before I'm done for the day. We did that one. We did that one. PayPal. Hell no. Olga. PayPal doesn't have dividends, which means they don't share their profits. Okay, what else do we have down here? Hi there. Is it better to do a dividend reinvestment or hold on to it? Thanks. It's strictly going to be a personal thing. Okay, what I do, I explain clearly what I do. Clearly, I explain what I do. You got to figure out what's right for you. I can't tell you what to do. You want my opinion? Give me a call or let me call you. We'll have a conversation. Then I can give you my information. Charlie puts on SPY. I stay away from SPY. It's not consistently profitable, so no. Olga, PayPal doesn't have dividends. Dr. Booth, Kohl's. Oops, Kohl's. Where's Kohl's? Ooh, Kohl's is dropping, dude. Wait for the bottom. Steven, I love 3M. I do. Ooh, Steven. Steven, check this out. Okay? Do you see this right there? Here's the top, retrace, reback, and look at that right there. Whatever happened today, it gapped down. You know what that means? That means that gap is going to fill. You just got to figure out where do you want to jump on. Okay, Strong Vision. I start every day at 9 a.m. for the paid group, 9 p.m. for the freebies. UVXY, getting ready to rocket. UVXY. Pro shares, oh yeah. Interesting. If that's what you want. I mean, seriously, take a look at it. Ken, nice pick. Okay, here's the top, 260. Now, I don't know about you, Ken, but a stock that was 260 a couple of months ago, now it's at 40. That's a huge drop. But take a look. What's happening here? The last 30 days. Okay? 30 days ago, we're at 67. Now we drop down to 30. Okay? In the last 30 days, Ken, this baby dropped 50%. Now you got a gap up right here. Well, of course that gap up is going to do something weird. 30 days. Here we go. Here's the last 30. Okay? Ken, take a look at this. This is the last 30. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Yeah, that's going to pull back tomorrow. More than likely. King of the Promised Land. Good evening, good evening. Okay, I think we're just about done. It's 11 o'clock, and I think I got all the questions as best I can. Puts on SPY, Charlie, no thank you. 10 years ago, silver was at 20 bucks an ounce, and now it's at 90. Divide that by 10. Yeah, I get that. But you got to take a look at the story they're not showing you. Charlie, when market is down, but SQQQ, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do the SQs. Okay, the only reason is they're just not consistently profitable, and they're not even 20 years old. So Strong Vision, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Steven, thank you, you're welcome. Ken, thank you, you're welcome. James, ConocoPhillips, wait a minute, COP is, yeah, ConocoPhillips. COP. I'm not 100% sure I want to do ConocoPhillips. Okay, it's dropping at the moment. 9 p.m. Central. No, sorry, Lisa. I'm in Florida, which is Eastern Standard Time. And the stock market opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I want to get in at 9, answer questions, show you what I'm doing, all that kind of nice stuff. Jonathan, brother, what's happening? Welcome there, Ken. James, if you really like silver, take a really close look at it. From what I've seen, silver should hit 300 or 340, I think they were saying. Charlie, all righty. Uh-oh. Daryl, it's easy to believe that you're going to make a fortune if you get into gold and silver. No, you won't. Gold and silver does not give you a rate of return. Gold and silver is just a storage of wealth. You do not get weekly cash flow from gold or silver. And if I was going to choose between gold and silver, I'd choose silver. Because silver is utilitarian, which means it is used in industry. Gold isn't. Now, but it's already been run. Nope, it's still going to, silver's going to go up faster and higher than gold will, hypothetically. That's what people are saying 20 years ago. Yep. All right. There's way too much going on down there. All right, that being said, it's after 11 o'clock. We're going to be done for the day. And we're going to do this all again tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. You're always a day away. Bum, ba-dum, bum. All right, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Oh, yeah. My poor throat. What's on here?